Hello, I'm Matt Davis, and this is my honors project for 150C1 Pyramids and Mummies. I decided as my pre-modern society, to do the first half of the Tang Dynasty from approximately 618 to 756 AD in Imperial China. So the first ruler of the dynasty was Gazu from 618 to 626, and his main leadership styles and rulership was in overtaxation, coinage, and he actually led the revolt that started the dynasty. He made his plans was to keep a lot of the previous dynasty intact and to keep the balance through continuity and experience, because it also helped keep the other side appeased. Like, he didn't just come in and take over and change everything, and it helped keep continuity and make sure that people actually liked him. A bigger, more deeper part of it is he kept the same departments of governments like the chancellor and the secretariat, but he made sure to specify their roles, such as one drafted the edicts, some amended them, and then others put them into practice. So similar to our government today in the US, he separated them. The next one I'm going to talk about is Taizong from 626 to 650. He mainly focused on religious tolerance. He was a big believer in all religions can be side by side, and he allowed Christianity and Buddhism to be intermixed with native religions such as Taoism. And he was very open to both advisors, whether it be criticism or advice. And a quote that I found super interesting was, "If I want to see myself, I need a mirror. If I want to know my faults, I need loyal ministers." And that's something super cool in terms of someone knowing that they're not perfect. And he really worked to make sure that people liked him. And he understood that life in the palace was not the same as life outside the palace. And so feeling that inclusion, he really helped the people prosper. So he really believed in needing good people around him, which led him to creating more schools, because he wanted the common people to have a chance to be more skilled and to possibly get into government or get into different jobs. It was something he was very, very passionate about. Next, we have Wu Zetian from 690 to 705. And her rule, her type of leadership really started with conquering, just making sure she kept her imperial control over Japan and Korea. And it was something that she really focused on in expanding the Tang territories and exercising the dominant cultural influence over these places, because she wanted to make sure that the combination of military force and diplomacy could lead to that. Next, more internally, she focused on economic growth, mainly through agriculture. She had people write books, make new irrigation systems, lower taxes, and other reforms like that that really benefited people. In 695, she even gave her people a tax-free year, which, surprisingly, as much as that sounds like it'd be something that would hurt the government, because the Silk Road was becoming such a prosperous path at that time, they actually made more money than they normally would from taking taxes. And something else that she really focused on in her rulership was, of course, women's rights in literature, because she's the only woman empress in China's history. Next, there's Xuanzang from 712 to 756. He's like the last emperor of the first half that really had a big impact, and everyone still models himself after him. Later on, the last emperor of the dynasty even named himself Little Xuanzang. And he really focused, again, going off what Wu Zetian set up, trade and foreign commerce. He, though, compared to an earlier emperor, focused on Taoism, because he believed it was a way to unify the people and see an overall like peace and prosperity. And this actually did work. It increased the overall quality of life and productivities, because people had a sense of domestication and different ideas like that. And he stopped, something that was really big was he stopped farmers from being drafted forcefully, which was something that was really hurting the people at the time. And through that, he was able to advance the military and grow it stronger. He was able to have trained men working. His favorite thing during his rule, though, was the arts and inventions. And that's also what really benefited the quality of life overall. In the top left, it's the first clock. It used water to measure 24 hours as it passed. And the Silk Road is also at the top, and he really focused on expanding that and bringing about foreign commerce to China. So overall, for the Tang Dynasty, it was a very balanced rule. A lot of them made sure to focus on helping all their people, not just the people in power, the people that have a high status, and basing your skills off basing your skills off your skills instead of your family, and building up the foundation of the economy and just growing because China was really growing in this time, and making sure that you're focusing on both inventions, art, the economy, agriculture, just so you can overall have a stable rule and be able to still focus on the wars that they wanted to conquer. Thank you.